Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Patches, his quest line actually. And so you first meet Patches at Murkwater Cave. And as you explore Murkwater Cave, you come across a fog wall, which normally means there's a boss. But there's no one to be found. But you do see a chest. And you think valuables, right? Wrong. It's a trap set up by, of course, Patches. And Patches confronts you, and this turns into a fight.
Demand repentance.
Now, once you get his health bar to about halfway, Patches should surrender.
Wait, please. I surrender. White flag and all.
This is when you get the grovel for mercy gesture.
Round, have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true. Ah. Well, what do you know? You're tarnished like me. Now, how did I get that wrong? I took you for a demi-human or some such. But an innocent mistake, I assure you. Well, water under the bridge. Now we're squared up. How about we play nice from now on?
So here you'll select Forgive and Forget. If you select Some Things Can't Be Forgiven, you pretty much just resume the fight.
Patches the untethered. Tarnished like you, only free-spirited. Nomadic, you might say. Only for now, those retired in exchange for my, well, showing them the ropes. But honestly, this looting racket is bloody terrifying. Frankly, I'm ready to wash my hands clean. Maybe set up a legitimate shop. So don't be a stranger. I'll be ready to wheel and deal come next time.
So after you rest and head back to Patch's location, he'll have his shop open for you. But you'll notice something new in the cave, which is another chest. And this is actually a trap. But I went ahead and opened it just so you guys can see exactly what happens and what to do after. And you can actually ask him about the chest, which he'll go on to explain that it's for a very special customer and it's something super valuable.
Wondering what's inside the treasure chest. Well, it's nothing too special. Just something I'm saving as thanks for a very valuable customer. But then again, it would fetch some spectacular coin. And besides, this valuable customer could be a long time coming. Huh? Everything is give and take. Give and take.
So here's the chest. Once you open it, you're going to be ensnared into a transporter trap, which is going to take you to a forest in Limgrave, which is, you're going to find yourself right next to a bear scratching a tree. That bear is totally fine, just don't get too close, otherwise you will aggro him. But there's a grace nearby, so do not worry. I'm showing you exactly how to get to that grace here. It's literally 5 feet away. So once you get to this grace, you're going to need to rest in order to fast travel. So as you see here, I just touched it. I can't fast travel. That's right. So you have to rest. You can't just come over here and touch the grace if you haven't got this grace yet. You need to make sure you rest, and then you'll be able to fast travel. So I went back here to talk to Patches, and Patches acts surprised.
You're alive! Oh, you had me proper scared, puffing away in a flash like that. Well, maybe it's a sign to keep your mitts off what's not rightly yours, hmm? But I'll forgive you. View it as a learning experience. At any rate, it's just nice to see you safe. Oh, don't miss all the bargains here at Patches Emporium.
So if you aggro Patches by hitting him 3 times, he'll start fighting you. And once your health bar gets to probably about like 20% left when you're almost dead, or maybe even halfway. For me, it was pretty low. But once it's halfway or pretty low, you'll unlock the Extreme Repentance gesture, which I heard if you use this gesture, he's supposed to stop fighting you, but for me, it did not work. I even tried the Grovel for Mercy gesture, and that didn't work either. So I eventually just died and then came back, and apparently all was forgiven.
Well, looks like you've seen the error of your ways. Water under the bridge. Am I wrong? We'll call it a momentary lapse of judgment. All's well, as you know. So, what can I do you for today?
So Patch's second location is going to be over here at Luria of the Lakes by Laskiar Ruins. Hopefully I'm saying that all right. But you'll find him over here by the bird's eye telescope on a little island called the Scenic Isle. So you can see here on the map, this is where he is, right next to the bird's eye telescope. I teleported in from Laskiar Ruins and ran straight directly there.
Oh, well. It's been a long while. It's me, Patches the Untethered. I'm still in business, if you can believe it. Now I'm my only supplier, so I haven't got much. But everything here is top notch. Patches Emporium, now open in Raya, Lucaria. By the way, have you met that girl Raya? She's a strange one, but I believe she was in need of help. Not that it's any of my business, but if she rings your bell, why not lend her an ear? You're making your way to the herb tree, no? Well, I heard something that might help. A special means of reaching your destination. Have you ever seen an Iron Virgin? The clunky contraptions are whirlwinds of sickles and spiked wheels. But long ago, they were endowed with a spell of transposition. And get this, a surviving virgin sits at the bottom of the big water wheel in the Academy of Raya Lucaria. Its transpositional powers fully intact. So right, if you get caught in it on purpose, it'll chuck you out straight at the base of the herb tree. So I'm told.
So I highly recommend doing Raya's questline. Her questline is super important for two reasons. First reason being she opens the questline for Blackguard Big Bogart, and he also is the person who sells you prawns and later on crabs. And the second reason would be is she will take you to Volcano Manor, which I will show you that later. But so right now what I'm doing is I'm going to show you how to get to this Iron Virgin that Patches had mentioned, which is actually another trap, or trick rather, from Patches. But I figured I'd show you anyways, and I'd also like to show you how to defeat the Iron Virgin, because there are a few good items down where the Iron Virgin is at. So you just go through the Academy of Raya Lucaria. Be careful though, because these guys like to latch onto you and suck your blood and take your HP and FP, which sucks. And there's quite a few of them waiting around for you. Keep in mind, I'm super high leveled. This is my second playthrough, and I'm just kind of cheesing through it to do this all super fast with Mohg's weapon. This is a weapon I got from Mohg's Remembrance, and Mohg is the Blood Lord, in case anybody was wondering. So here's the lift. You'll first ride the lift up and then go to the other side and ride the lift down. The Iron Virgin is at the bottom of this lift. So if you write it down and go all the way until you fall off the lift, you're going to find yourself in front of the Iron Virgin. And you're going to need to run fast. I went ahead and jumped off here because I didn't know if there were any items. But I don't think there's anything there really. So you jump here. You're gonna ride it until you basically fall off. And you can already hear the Iron Virgin coming for me. So over here to the left is a little crevice that the Iron Virgin cannot go through. So this is a good spot to cheese the Iron Virgin. Just don't get too close because the Iron Virgin can still hit you, which you'll see here in a second. See there? She was able to whack me. So just be careful here, because if you are killed by this Iron Virgin, that's what activates the transporter. I was trying to jump in there, but clearly it was not working out. And then I remembered there was a few good items nearby. So first, if you come right back here to the right, you can climb up those crystals. And back here, you're going to find a lost Ashes of War, which is what you need to duplicate your Ashes of War with Hugh at the round table. So you run back down over here, and back where the Iron Virgin was sitting, you're gonna find a talisman. I believe this is the cat's Longtail talisman, something like that, which helps negate damage, fall damage. I don't know entirely how that talisman works, because you will still die if you jump off a super high ledge, but I think it's meant for areas where you are supposed to jump, where you would normally take a little bit of damage. I think that's what it negates. So here I was trapped, and now I am being transported to Volcano Manor. And so this manor is a dungeon. This is a dungeon part, I think, or like a cave, maybe? Maybe not the dungeon, because I realized this isn't actually part of Volcano Manor. Like, I couldn't actually get to Volcano Manor from here. So here I'm going to show you what to do to get out of here. So I had heard before the only way to get out of here was to defeat the dungeon boss here, because there was no grace, but I think during one of the patches, they added a grace, because I found one before having to defeat the 2 Iron Virgin bosses. So you run back here, find yourself some more bats. And by the way, I highly recommend getting Bloodhound Step. It's an Ash of War that you can get from, I think, the Knight Cavalry by, he's hanging out by Lenna's Rise, which is in Caelid. So if you look up Lenna's Rise, you'll see where it is in Caelid. And if you go over there, wait till night, you'll see the Knight Cavalry. Kill him, and you will get the Bloodhound Step, which is a great way to maneuver your way across lava or anything that slows down your speed and hurts you at the same time. So you make your way down, and you find this, And I actually don't think there's any way back up here. Or no, I think there is. Watch out for these guys. You know what's funny? This is sped up, and that actually sounds like a baby now that I'm hearing it. Like a legitimate baby made that noise and they slowed it down or something. But no, okay, you can get back up on that ledge right there. The podium, whatever you want to call those things. Columns, there we go. But right up the stairs to your right is going to be the first grace. So once you go up there and rest at that grace, you can fast travel out. But for anybody else who wanted to continue, I did continue and I did fight the 2 Iron Virgins, just so you guys can see what you get from that and how to get there as well. Because it wasn't quite obvious to me. It actually took me a second or two to realize how to get there. Also, in case anybody was wondering, these 2 bosses, the 2 Iron Virgins, which you will fight, I don't believe they're going to transport you. I think the only one that does that is the one in Raya, Lucaria. And so you're going to get the Inquisitor's Garandal? I'm not sure exactly how to say that one. Okay, so you're going to follow this path to get to Patch's 3rd location, which is optional. You don't have to do this. So you're going to follow this exactly. You're going to come up to this nomadic merchant, this bridge, and you're going to cross this through the teleporter, and you're going to end up on the other side. You're going to go to the west, and then you're going to find yourself at the edge of the cliff, and there's going to be tombstones there. You're going to hop down those tombstones, and then just make your way down and follow this roadway exactly, and then you're going to find yourself to that first grace, and then you're going to continue going down, and then you're going to find a ladder. And then you're going to go up the ladder, rest at this grace, continue going down, and you're going to see... You see here on the map the little picture of the person? That's where Patches is at. But I'm going to show you exactly how to get there from the bridge by doing it myself here. And if anybody is having any issues following this part of the video, remember, you guys can always slow it down. So just slow it down so you can follow exactly what I'm doing here, if you need to. So you're going to hop down these little tombstones. And right underneath the bridge is a grace, so for anybody who's afraid of, dying, you can come over here, grab this grace, just like I did. And then follow that road. So you're going to run through here and just ignore all the enemies, follow the road, and then After a little bit, just make your way to the wall, and eventually you will see 2 lanterns with a ladder in the middle. The lanterns are super easy to see, the ladder not so much. So look for the 2 lanterns, torches. 2 torches. Like you see right here. So you're going to go up this ladder, and then there's going to be a grace to your left. Grab that grace, because of course, you know, you don't want to die and have to start it all over. So now you're pretty close to Patches. Patches is literally right down the way. So you're going to continue on downwards, and then you're going to come across eventually a pumpkin head. Behind that pumpkin head is Patches' message that he has left for you. Now, if you want, like I did, you can kill those guys so you're not disturbed. Come over here to the message, read it, and it's going to say, Rainbow Stones leads the way to riches. And you look to your left, and there's a rainbow stone. So if you keep following these rainbow stones, you're going to eventually see Patches to your left hiding behind some rocks. So right up here, you jump off. And to your left, you see this creepy little dude just hunched over. It took me a minute to realize there was someone there.
Oh, hello? Yes. Strange place for a chance encounter, huh? Well, I thought I could use a rest. Don't mind me. Go about your business. Right, over there. See that? Something shimmering. I swear. What is it? Oh, don't mind me. Off you trot. Right over there. Now, you see that? Something shimmering. I swear.
So if you go back to following the rainbow stones, you're going to eventually find one that's like right on the edge of the cliff. And as soon as you walk up to it, a cutscene is going to happen.
Well, if you really are that gullible.
Then stay away from the Volcano Manor! Bye now! Take care!
So you can actually go back to where Patches was at and confront him about him pushing you off the cliff. Which,
Oh my.
you know,
Well, here you are again.
you know how he does.
Oh, so sorry for that. I meant to warn you, but whoop, there you went. Despite my best intentions, I've done you wrong. I have. But here you are, standing tall and proud. All's well that ends well, eh? And my warning was spot on. You tell me different. Stay clear of Volcano Manor. End of discussion. I heard the brutes there hunt tarnished like animals.
So now back at the Dectus lift, you see Raya standing right outside, ready to take you to Volcano Manor.
I knew you had the stuff of champions. I hereby invite you to the Volcano Manor. Take my hand and have audience with my mistress. Give me your hand. I will pray that you follow the same path as Lady Tanith.
I actually really hope I don't follow the same path as Lady Tanith, but she'll figure out why later on. So you're gonna end up back. You're gonna end up at the Volcano Manor, and Patches will be in the hallway after you rest. Once you reach Volcano Manor, rest at the Grace, and then Patches will be here in the hallway.
You joined the manor, huh? I don't believe it. Didn't think you had it in you. All good, though. We're on the same side now. We'll do good work together. Oh, and of course, Patches Emporium. Are you surprised? I always hated the gibberish about lost grace and the laughable two fingers. I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention, Tanith has always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something, because she's pretty damn smug about it. Even after announcing her blasphemous ambitions, she still stands proud. I've never
Now,
seen a
if you
woman
haven't done the
quite like that.
Ruin-Strewn Precipice dungeon yet, I would suggest you do it now, as Patches will not give you his letter to invade Tragoth until you do. So, before you fight Magma Worm in the Ruin-Strewn Precipice, you can actually summon Tragoth himself and Blackguard to help you. So, after you cross the fog wall, you're going to fight Magma Worm. And what you get for defeating Magma Worm is you get Magma Worm's Scale Sword and a Dragon Heart. And then you can make your way back to Patches, and that's when you'll get his request to invade Tragoth. So you go back to the Magma Worms arena
But if you
and
complete
invade
the
Tragoth.
request, you can improve your standing. Relax. Go on.
Okay, and so after you defeat Tragoth, you're gonna get his armor set: the Bull Goat helm, Bull Goat armor, gauntlets, and greaves. And then you can make your way back to Patches, and Patches will not give you the reward unless you speak to him twice. So you speak to him the first time.
You hunted down Tragoth? Are you certain? No, it's quite all right. Fine work indeed. I'll give Tanith the news. Have some rest, by all means.
And then you're gonna talk to him the second time.
Stingy. Try to find it. What is it? Oh, come to make a parting donation to Patches Emporium.
I think you might have to rest in between, because I actually forgot to talk to him the second time until after I completed the Volcano Manor, so you may need to rest in between there.
I was just holding on to it for you, you know. There you go.
But this is when you're going to get the reward from Patches, which is the Magma Whip Candlestick. Odd weapon. Definitely odd. So, after that, you're going to go grab Tanith's first invasion, which is to invade Knight Istvan and Limgrave. So after you complete this invasion, you're going to get the Scale Armor set. And then you can make your way back to Tanith, and Tanith will give you the Magma Shot spell. And then you'll have your next request. So I highly recommend doing the Volcano Manor quest. Because if you kill Rykard at any point during this, which is what you need to do to continue Patches quest, you're gonna lock yourself out of some really cool stuff. So I highly recommend doing these invasions first. So the second invasion is Riley, which is an Altus Plateau. And after you defeat him, you don't get an armor set, but you do receive the Sepsis Vial Talisman and some Black Key Bolts. And then Tanith will reward you with the Serpent Bone Blade.
I see you performed another. Here is your usual reward.
And after the second invasion, you'll get Bernhals' request to join him to invade both Vagram the Raging Wolf and errant sorcerer Wilhelm in Landel. And this is where you will get the Raging Wolf armor set. So after that, do Landel, kill Godfrey the first Elden Lord, and then kill Morgott. After you kill Morgott, you'll get the rolled medallion from Melania to activate the lift to get to the mountaintops of the giants, which is what you need to do in order to invade Juno Hoslow, which is the final invasion for Tanith. So, to get to this lift, to make your way to the actual lift, to the mountaintops of the giants, just make your way to the Divine Tower of East Atlas, however you say that. And then ride the elevator down, and you'll find yourself in the Forbidden Lands. Just maneuver your way through here, and then eventually you're going to come across a gargoyle, the Black Blade Kindred. And after you defeat him, you'll get the gargoyle's blade and axe. And then you can cross the lift using the rolled medallion. If you wait to attack Juno Hoslow, he will do the Hoslow Oath gesture, which you will in turn get the gesture as well. I already have it, which is why I didn't get it here. And after you defeat Hoslow, you're going to get his whip and his entire armor set. And Tanith will reward you with Taker's cameo talisman, and Bernal, for doing his invasion, will reward you with Gelmer's Fury. So I also recommend doing Raya's questline, but for some reason here, because I completed the Volcano Manor's questline, I went and then started Raya's quest and found the Serpent Amnion in this church where you fight the Godskin Noble boss. So you go over here and you grab the Serpent Amnion, and then you bring it to Raya. And then after you bring it to Raya, she starts to kind of get the picture of something terrible that has happened with her birth. And then after that, you're supposed to speak to Tanith, and Tanith gives you the Tonic of Forgetfulness. But for some reason, She was more concerned with me seeing her lord than her daughter finding out the truth.
It's a part of my birth, Mother.
But it's totally okay, because after you kill Rykard, she left behind the Tonic of Forgetfulness for me. So it doesn't really matter, I guess, what order you do these two in. Preferably do it Raya's quest before you do finish Volcano Manor's quest, so you can get the whole picture. So you go over here, you kill Rykard, and then everybody leaves. And Patches will then move to the next location. I love his voice here. It sounds so creepy and so badass, and I'm like, man, that had to hurt the voice actor's throat. That's all I can think of every time I hear it.
Very well. Join myself and King as remedy. Together we will devour the very god.
Also, a little tip here would be to use your Mimic Tear while you're holding the Serpent Blade, because then you will have two people hitting Rykard with the Serpent Blade, which you can see here. This is exactly what I did, and you can see my Mimic Tear using the same art as I am, which is pretty cool. So it's a great way to defeat Rykard if you're having a hard time anyways. So after you defeat Rykard, you're going to go back to the Volcano Manor, speak to Tanith, and speak to Patches, rest, and then everybody will be gone.
Now you've gone and killed Rykard. You scheming little doxy. Cripes, you make this nonsense seem, well, less nonsensical. Perhaps a Tarnished will be Elden Lord after all. But for now, this manor is finished. The demigod beast is slain, and Tanith has lost her head. A fine mess. But how else could it end? When Daddy Ambition's head over heels courting Lady Blasphemy. Well, here I am, untethered, once again. Goodbye, my friend.
So right here, I'm going to grab the Tonic of Forgetfulness, which Tanith was nice enough to leave behind for me. And now Patch's next location is going to be the Shaded Castle, which he'll be found. You can find him, you know, hunched over outside the boss arena. So right over here to your left, you'll find him practically almost dying. But don't worry, he does not die here. This is not the end of his quest.
Oh, you again. A shame you had to see me like this. Oh, I had a bit of a slip-up, that's all. I should have stuck to what I know best. No matter. I know I can trust you. Gullible, yes, but a good soul. Make certain that Tanith gets this.
So here he's going to hand you the Dancer's Castanet.
It's nothing, it's just... makes me sick to see her all bent out of shape. Come on, Tanith, back on your high horse where you belong.
He's still thinking about her even when he's like almost dead.
Then I can rest easy.
How sweet.
My friend.
So if you rest and come back, you'll find him gone, which is the first clue that he's not dead. Those dead bodies don't move. So if you make your way back to Murkwater Cave, you're going to see the fog wall back up, just like it was in the beginning. And again, another chest. You run over there, you open the chest. And here comes Patches. And it's a glass shard inside that chest, by the way. My glass shard was full, so I wasn't able to pick it up.
Scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance.
Now, don't fight him here. Actually, don't do anything. He'll recognize you in like a second and surrender.
Wait, don't tell me. Is that you? Oh, Christ. Please, wait. I surrender. I surrender. I swear.
So, after a few seconds, you'll get the enemy felled, and you're going to also get the Patches Crouch Gesture.
Ah, it's been ages since I've seen you. I didn't even realize it was you. Took you for a demi-human or some such. You know how it
Demi-human
is.
again.
Just an innocent mistake. Water under the bridge, eh? Back to business as
I
usual.
guess it does happen a lot, huh? So, for right now, this is going to be Patches' last location.
This bandit business is hardly what it's cracked up to be. Especially if we keep running into the likes of you. Maybe I'll set up another shop with the lads.
So, if you go rest and come back, the shop will be open.
Well, finally made it, eh? And just in time. For the grand reopening of Patches Emporium. Where you won't need a refund, because everything is top-notch.
Now here, I went to Tanith, gave her the Dancer's Castanet, and went back to Patches just to see if he would say anything new, which, for me, he did not. I don't know if maybe I needed to do that in a different order. Maybe I should have done this first before arriving in Murkwater Cave the last time.
Hello again.
So yeah, he just opened up his shop like usual. So nothing happened there. But yeah, that's it. That is Patch's entire questline for now after patch 1.05. So thank you guys for watching, and remember, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Till next time, peace out.